Carl Jung, Integrating Your Shadow. This is such important notes. The slave to virtue finds the way as little as the slaves to vices. And in part 6 here on the service of the soul, it talks about, fear and doubt as temptations. But you must understand and know that they're reasonable and then love them. And also, he's literally teaching Kabbalah. I gotta dive into Carl Jung's Red Book. Oh my gosh.
From the text, the slave to virtue finds the way as little as the slave to vices. In the footnote, in Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche wrote, and even when one has all the virtues, there is still one thing to remember, to send even these virtues to sleep at the proper time.
That's so reminiscent of so many different things of the wisest men. Aleister Crowley, think of him what you want. He said some prophetic shit, but the master is the one who has broken all the rules and one day learned to break the rules without consequence, right? And Carl Jung right here is also talking about, in his Red Book, how if your body is a slave to your soul, which most would see as a good thing, then you should reverse the roles and let the soul and the body the master over the soul, and then vice versa as a servant to the soul. It's knowing the shadow and the light. And the most profound thing I've heard in so long, divine child is born when the chaos and the fear and the darkness finds union with the order. When you and your ego and your conscious, right, so highly developed that it can embrace the chaos and the darkness, that's the birth of the divine child. And this it's so important, and not many people are ready for this kind of psychological work and introspection. But this is the way. Everyone out here be looking external for some kind of sage or guru or some shit. Nah. Carl Jung is literally laying it out in modern tongue right here. In the modern tongue. He's teaching the Kabbalah, the ancient alchemy, literally the mystery teachings of all cultures in this psychological rhetoric, right? That is so damn clear. It is not about resisting temptation, nor resisting your fear, your doubt, or the shit that goes wrong in your life or your addictions. Is literally seeing and embracing, switching roles, becoming formless, and finding peace and union in the midst of fear and chaos. And furthermore, it is to see why, to understand the darkness. Darkness gives birth to light. The purpose of life is to transmute the darkness into light, quote Carl Jung. And the deeper the roots grow into the ground, as the tree nuzzles deeper into the earth, into the darkness, these opposite forces, seeing how they manifest within you without reacting to any part of it. It's as if you drew a tarot card that is seemingly negative, like fear or, lust or failure, right? Half the tarot is negative or perceived as dark, right? If you had a tarot card reading and you only got negative cards, could you look at that without being shit, or I don't want that card, right? Everyone wants, the Hierophant or the Emperor or the Magician or deemed good tarot cards. And this is just an example, but those negative cards, how about if you drew only negative cards, right? And without a single reaction, without a judgment of what you think they are, you just look at the symbolism and observe and reflect it within your life, right? And don't see it as a bad thing. Don't even see it as a negative thing or like a unhappy event, right? Death, the tarot card of death, number 13, right? Also holds the symbolism of rebirth. Death also holds the symbolism of resurrection. Death holds the symbolism of transformation. Death holds the symbolism of loss, yes, but immense gain, because death is the emptying of the cup. My friends, the way is through the darkness. The dark symbolism, Satan, Baphomet, Lucifer, the devil, right? If religion is like the most is the enemy out here, like modern religion, right? Then you would think that everything they demonize is in fact the way. Just think about that. If the church demonizes Lucifer and Satan and the devil and all this shit, you gotta understand that shit is within you. And when you are scared of the symbols, when you're scared of parts of yourself, when you're scared of experiences, and when you're addicted to pain or pleasure and good or bad, when you're living in duality and you do not understand nor comprehend that you must see both sides of the spectrum and seek to unify, seek to uncover, seek to understand the whole, you are fucked. You are in reaction. You are not the adept. The adept knows that the way is through the darkness. Everyone knows, Jesus and his doctrine of love, but do they know Lucifer and his doctrine? like the whole story, the whole symbolism, my friends. Don't be scared of symbols. Darkness is always the key to the light, and never react nor judge something to be bad. It is all emanations of God. If God is all things, then God is also your anger, your loops, your addictions, the worst qualities within yourself, the things you like, all of it, the things spirituality and New Age and society demonizes, that is God too. Why is God also your suffering? Why does God give you that? Think about that. God is all things, God is all emanations, God is all polarities, and God is all dualities. Why? Stop avoiding the darkness. The darkness is the key. Stop fearing or reacting to, negative events, perceived pain, fear, doubt, uncomfortability. My friends, if you have a powerful soul, the body and the physical realm will always be struggling. You will always be suffering. You will always be persecuted, right? And this is your task to understand and see, and then rise above good or bad, positive or negative, pain or pleasure, to become the divine child, to be reborn, right? Through the pillar of light, center of the tree of life, and transmute all darkness into light, therefore blending Lucifer the light bearer with Jesus, Jesus as love and Lucifer as light, the life and the light. Blend the two, right? And illuminate, like Hermes would tell you. The mind is the light, the soul is the life, right? And then Jesus would tell you, open thine eye, right? Light is in the eye. Shine with the eye, right? By bringing the life up to the light. Bang. Seek the darkness, integrate the shadow. Fuck bad or negative or dark symbolism, because it is the key. Go into that and stop judging things in this dual system. My friends, the slave to virtue finds the way as little to the slave to vices. You are the only one that will ever conceive or find the way. Not a single holy book, not a single teacher, not a single guru will ever do anything for you except plant seeds in your mind. Okay? Plant seeds in your mind. You must discover the way by openly observing all things within you, all things reflected in your reality, and seek to understand this whole process, your whole process of being, like your own mind, all your shit, all your psychological warfare, and I guess the path out here. Yeah. It's funny, most people read sacred books or listen to Hermes or some shit, but they never actually think about what he says. Your own conception of these ideas is the only truth in the world. Fuck all the prophets, all the holy books, the Antichrist. Dislike this video, but what I'm saying is, You will never find spirit nor God in some kind of word. You must speak the word. You must conceive the word. And you must be the word. Understanding is the greatness of soul. He who understands is devoted, conscious, and already godlike. This is immortal truth. Peace.